success rate, SOFTAFRIQUE stands out. We don't just stop at training. We help you craft the perfect resume, ace your interviews, and support you even after you land the job, even before you graduate. Why you'll love signing up with us. Our state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Each learner gets a complimentary one-year antivirus subscription for their computer. Giving you a personalized learning dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student. With 98 students can access recorded classes to review each session as needed. We don't just stop at training. Test banks are available to prepare students for the exams and support you even after you land the job. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity professionals today. Enroll now at SOFTAFRIQUE by emailing us at elearning@softafrique.net or calling 408-961-5150. Your future in cybersecurity starts today for the exams and support you even after you land a job. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity. Are you ready to become a cybersecurity professional in just 4 months? At SOFTAFRIQUE, we provide the perfect blend of theory and hands-on experience to prepare you for the job market even before you graduate. Your future in cybersecurity. Our state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student, giving you a personalized learning experience. Join the ranks of with a 98% success rate, SOFTAFRIQUE stands out. We don't just stop at training. We help you craft the perfect resume, ace your interviews, and support you even after you land the job, even before you graduate. Your future in cybersecurity. Why you'll love signing up with state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Each learner gets a complimentary one-year antivirus subscription for their computer. Giving you a personalized learning. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student. 3. Students can access recorded classes to review each session as needed. We don't just stop at training. Test banks are available to prepare students for the exams and support you even after you land a job. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity professionals today. Enroll now at SOFTAFRIQUE by emailing us at elearning@softafrique.net or calling 408-961-5150. Your future in cybersecurity starts today. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity. Are you ready to become a cybersecurity professional in just 4 months? At SOFTAFRIQUE, we provide the perfect blend of theory and calling 408-961-5150. Your future in cybersecurity starts today. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m.
where sometimes or most times we invite people to talk on topics that are very, very interesting and are needed for us to know in the cybersecurity space. So what I'll do is we'll start the first session and then kindly share my screen so that we watch the video. And when I'm done with the video, though, I'll ask you questions. So please pay attention about the video. Okay, so let's begin our first session.
For the first time ever, ransomware saw a decrease in use among cybercriminals. What caused this to happen? Cryptojacking.
Hot, 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 it's hot, hot, oh!
Ah, lunch. It's about time.
No, help, help, it's hot! Oh.
What, the food?
Nothing better than hot pizza.
No, not the food! No, get it out, get it out! Somebody get it out! Oh, Oh gosh, it burned my leg. Look.
Hey, whoa, 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 dude.
We'll take your word for it. Why don't you go to the...
But luckily everyone was okay.
And this is your personal phone?
Oh, yeah, it is, but I also use it for work. See, I was planning on contacting the manufacturer, but Barbara said to bring it in here first. She said the phone overheated, which could be a result of cryptojacking.
It's certainly a possibility.
I mean, to be honest with you, I have no idea what cryptojacking is.
It's when hackers hijack the computing power of other people's devices for the purpose of financial gain. Laptops, desktops, servers, and mobile devices are all targeted. From a single device to entire networks, hackers infect as many devices as possible in order to pool the processing power to earn money in the form of cryptocurrency.
I never really understood the whole cryptocurrency thing. How do they even earn money doing this?
Through something called crypto mining, but the specifics of that are very involved. What's important to know is that the bad guys, also known as cryptojackers, trick people into loading crypto mining malware through traditional hacking methods.
Like those phishing emails.
Also through visiting insecure websites and clicking on infected links. Once infected, the device is forced to work overtime, running crypto mining software in the background.
Oh, and all that extra background computing is what made my phone overheat.
To the point of blowing up. We'll let IT know about this incident and the possibility of others, and they'll look into it.
So what about my phone?
Toast. Literally. You're going to have to get a new one, and when you do, my advice is to load anti-cryptojacking software as soon as possible.
For the first time ever, ransomware saw a decrease in use among cybercriminals. What caused this to happen? Cryptojacking.
Hot, hot, it's hot, hot! Oh,
Ah, lunch. It's about time.
no, help, it's hot! Oh,
What, the food?
Nothing better than hot pizza.
no, not the food! No, get it out, somebody get it out! Oh gosh, it burned my leg. Look.
Hey, whoa, 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 dude.
We'll take your word for it. Why don't you go to the...
Oh. Well, luckily everyone was okay.
And this is your personal phone?
Oh, yeah, it is, but I also use it for work. See, I was planning on contacting the manufacturer, but Barbara said to bring it in here first. She said the phone overheated, which could be a result of cryptojacking.
It's certainly a possibility.
I mean, to be honest with you, I have no idea what cryptojacking is.
It's when hackers hijack the computing power of other people's devices for the purpose of financial gain. Laptops, desktops, servers, and mobile devices are all targeted. From a single device to entire networks, hackers infect as many devices as possible in order to pool the processing power to earn money in the form of cryptocurrency.
I never really understood the whole cryptocurrency thing. How do they even earn money doing this?
Through something called crypto mining, but the specifics of that are very involved. What's important to know is that the bad guys, also known as cryptojackers, trick people into loading crypto mining malware through traditional hacking methods.
Like those phishing emails.
Also through visiting insecure websites and clicking on infected links. Once infected, the device is forced to work overtime, running crypto mining software in the background.
Oh, and all that extra background computing is what made my phone overheat.
To the point of blowing up. We'll let IT know about this incident and the possibility of others, and they'll look into it.
So what about my phone?
Toast. Literally. You're going to have to get a new one, and when you do, my advice is to load anti-cryptojacking software as soon as possible.
Okay, so yes, we actually we have seen the video and where we are actually talking about what crypto mining, okay, or crypto jacking, right? So cryptocurrency is actually something or is an issue that is out there that we all have a little or two understanding of how they make the money, but it's actually very, very complex how people who mine cryptocurrency get money at the end of the day. But then what they do is that they have to solve these mathematical problems where you need an amount of electricity, an amount of processing power, and lots of computers to solve these issues. Okay. So they can actually hijack your phone, your computer, so that they use that to actually solve these complex mathematical issues or mathematical problems. And once they do that, they are rewarded with cryptocurrency. That is one, I think now one cryptocurrency is worth $90,000 or so. So more than, I think, keeps on rising and falling. So that is how they make money. And by doing that, they would need your devices, they would need your phones to be able to what, consume your phone's processing power and then use it to mine cryptocurrency. And that's the idea of the video. So all we have to do here is we can actually protect our devices. A simple antivirus tool can be used to solve this issue. So if you must consider installing these things on your devices, and definitely your device won't blow up like we see in the video, but it is just an example to say that your phone will actually consume a lot of power or a lot of processing power because they need this processing power to be able to mine this cryptocurrency. Okay, so now that we are actually done watching the video, let's actually take the quiz. Okay, let's take our quiz and let's look at our presentation section. Okay, we have 4 questions in total. So I'll be asking you the questions, and I think all these things are all true or false statements. Okay, so based on the video that we just watched, please answer the questions that you see here. All right. The first question goes, and it's a true or false statement. If you are a victim of cryptojacking, it is likely that the software made it on your device via traditional hacking methods, such as phishing or watering hole attacks. True or false? Hello, guys. Is it a true or false statement with question number 1?
Please come again.
I'm thinking with question number 1, what is the answer for question number 1? Is it a true or false statement? If you are a victim of cryptojacking, it's unlikely that the software made it on your device via traditional hacking methods, such as phishing or watering hole attacks. True or false?
True.
All right. True. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else think the answer is false? Right. I believe if we all agree the answer is true, let's look at our second question. The malicious software used by cryptojackers has no effect on the speed and performance of your device. True or false?
False.
False statement. Okay. Now let's look at question number 3. Only mobile phones can be targeted by cryptojackers. True or false?
I think false.
False. Okay, now let's look at the last question here. Your computer has been running slow. It is best to contact your help desk and follow your company's security policy to make sure that nothing malicious is running in the background. True or false?
True.
Okay, true. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we actually get everything. Okay, we actually passed um, this quiz. So I think you now know, at least you now know what cryptojackers are, and you now also know that they can actually use your phone to do cryptojacking. So that is something that you need to know. Right now, that is that. Now let's look on to the other aspect where we are talking about something. We are having a discussion about internet safety. Okay. And if you have any questions, if you have any submission, this is internet safety. We are all on the internet. As we are talking now, we are on the internet, right? We use social media, we use a lot of internet tools. Okay. So we are coming to look at what a few safety things on the internet. That is what we will be looking at. Safety on the internet, how we protect ourselves in the digital world. That is what we are looking at today. What are the things that we can actually do to protect ourselves in the digital world? And we look at the fact that yes, wherever that if you follow these kind of news, you realize that um we actually, our companies are suffering from cyber threats. People are suffering from cyber attacks and so many things, right? And personal data breaches, right, has increased 60% in 2023, 2023. There have been an increase in personal data breaches. So today, we are looking at the fact that we know internet is part of our daily lives. Internet is what we use for communication. We have people abroad, we have friends all over the world, we have businesses that we have to do. Is all these things have been actually made our lives better because of the internet. Right now, as we actually explore the internet for whatever that we want to use to do, we must also look at safety, how to stay online and protect our personal information, and also how to avoid these threats, right? Because that is what we need to know. Or if you actually don't know, wherever you're watching us from, you must protect yourself on the internet. So at the end of this particular presentation, you get to know a few things that you need to do to make sure that you secure your choices online. That is basically what I have to say. All right. So now let's look at um let's look at a few things that we have here. Okay. Now the internet as a whole, it's where all the bad things also happen. All right. Now, even though we actually want to do our business, want to go to school, want to learn new things on the internet, that is also where all the bad things actually happen. The dark web, as an example, is happens on the internet, right? All these ways in which hackers are successful also happens on the internet, right? Now, what are these things? Example of actually staying safely online is by protecting ourselves from what we call phishing, right? Phishing is an email or a message that is actually designed to steal information from you. So they'll send you a message, they'll send you a link that says that click this particular link, you've won this amount of money, and to do that, click on this link to redeem your prizes. Right now, who would actually give you this prize? Like, what have you won? Nothing. But then they will tell you that you're lucky, you won an iPhone 16 Pro Max. Click on this link, provide your information to retrieve these what or these prizes. Now, the moment you actually click on the link, add in your name, because if you've won an iPhone, definitely you must use your name so that the iPhone will come to you, not in somebody else's name. You put in your name, you have, let's say, your email address, your phone number. Now, these are what a few things that they need. Right. Now, these threats can come as a message, can come as an email, or sometimes they even call you and pretend to be from the bank. They will ask you to what? Verify this account information if it belongs to you, and they will ask you a few questions. You see, so all these things are things that happens over the internet, and if you're actually so used to the internet, you see a lot of these messages, even on social media platforms. You see all these things where some people will even message you in your DMs about these things, and you must be cautious of these things. You just have to be conscious about whatever you do on the internet, because whatever you do, it's a saying that the internet never forgets. Everything that you do will have consequences on the internet. So learn to stay safe and protected there, right? So few things that you can actually look out for is the fact that there is a sense of urgency in these messages. They will ask you, click it as soon as possible, or the phone will expire, or this particular package will expire. You can also check for grammatical errors. Look at how these messages are set up, how they say these things, how they greet you, what's the thing that they say inside the message can also give them away. All right. So these are something that you should also look at and stay protected on the internet. Now, there is also another threat that spreads over the internet, that is malicious software, also known as malware, right? This is a software or a program that is designed, somebody sits there or sits down and design this software like any other software. But then this software is actually malicious in the sense that it is designed to harm your device, or it is designed to steal data or compromise your computer, or maybe give access to somebody to do anything that they want on your computer. That is what a malware is, right? And we have different types of them. A typical example is a virus. Viruses are a typical example of malware, and we see them every time in our daily lives. Now, these things are designed to what? Hack, or designed to make sure your system is what? Unattainable, or your system is difficult to access. And I believe you all have one thing to say about the computer virus. Okay. Now, there are 600,000 new malware variants. That means people are just designing new malicious software each and every time. So malicious software are actually so many of them that people are actually creating new ones, and it's not even difficult to create a virus. You can just go online and type how to make a computer virus. You just teach you, you copy a few codes, you do this, you do that, you do that, you create a virus. Now, the virus has been created, or this malicious software has been created, but how to share this malicious software becomes an issue. They share it via the internet. We visit social media, we visit websites, we download things all on the media, right? So these things are commonly spread through downloads. We like to download things. We like freebies. We like, oh, this movie is out. this movie is actually on a website for free. We just go and we click it and we download it. Oh, this software that people are paying for, I've gotten this cracked version or this free version somewhere that some person has actually downloaded and put on these websites. Now, what is the catch? Who will actually give you these things for free? There might be a virus or there might be something that is that has been added to that particular file or that has been added to that website that you're going to download things there for free. So you must be cautious of the things that you download on the internet because we are talking about internet safety. So the things that you download, the thing that you share, the places you visit on the internet are all these things are typical example of what can happen. And the video that we just watched that was talking about is crypto jackers. This is also an example where you can turn your computer into a crypto miner or something, and they'll mine cryptocurrency out of you. You see, so all these things happen over the internet, and we must be cautious of the things that we do. We have other types of malware, and all these things can spread through the internet if you visit websites that are not trustworthy, or if you download packages that may have been infected with these devices, then you get your computer infected. So we must be cautious of these things. Now, we are still on the internet, okay? And we are looking at weak passwords, your social media accounts, your accounts you create online. We tend to use weak passwords. And obviously, why? Because we have lots of social media accounts. We have our WhatsApp, we have our Instagram, our TikTok, our X, Discord, LinkedIn, a lot of these things. And it's actually difficult getting passwords for each one of these things for you to remember. So most of the time, we tend to use one simple password for all these accounts, or we tend to use a simpler password so it's easier to remember. But then passwords are easy to get. They give easy access to accounts. You see, so 65% of people use or reuse passwords. So that is just something that you need to know. Right now, an example is using password 123 or using your name and your date of birth. That is actually a very, very common thing that people do. You see, so now we see these things and we are actually preaching that you use strong password for your social media account, for all the accounts on the internet, because these people can actually compromise your account because you have weak passwords, and this can actually cause you to lose a lot of things. People can then impersonate you and maybe use your name to do things or use your accounts to do things, to ask people for money and so on and so forth. Identity fraud. So make sure that at least you take a strong password. The password must be at least 12 characters. It must have your name, it must have letters, symbols, numbers mixed up. Or you can even decide to choose a passphrase that is more like a sentence, or it can be a lyrics from your favorite song, or it can actually be your favorite rhyme, or it can even be a Bible quotation. Who knows? You can actually use these as your password, and I bet you that nobody would even think that you use a Bible quotation as your password. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. I don't know who would think that. So you can actually use anything to make your password. Okay. And make sure that the password is also strong. And then there's one thing that I would say before we look at some few common practices. Now, is the fact that we tend to overshare on social media. I don't know what, I don't know the facts about it. I don't know why people like to do this, but we like to overshare on social media. We want people to see how happy we are in our life. I don't know why people do that. That every particular day of the week, they'll post about what they are doing, where they are, what they are eating, what is their favorite pet, where they stay, where they are moving to. We tend to overshare on these platforms. And you get to know that these are the platforms that people pick up information about you, or, or the hackers, the bad people, pick up information about you. We tend to say unnecessary things on social media, like post something that is not needed. Like sometimes it doesn't even make sense that people do this. We tend to overshare. And as a result of that, this also brings the case of cyberbullying, where people send all sorts of harsh messages, all sorts of unwanted messages that makes you even down, or sometimes can even make you lose your senses, or make you actually just get angry, because some things are not meant to be there. Some things are better kept secret, because these hackers, as you know, they pick up information from you on social media. Okay, they've seen that you have posted that you use this bank. You're always going to this bank on Monday. Then they get to start studying you. They get to start reading you. Oh, this is the name of your favorite pet. This is the name. This is something. They start putting all this information down. So they build this type of what reconnaissance, where they study you. They try to get more information about you. They know that you work here. They know that you stay here. They know that you like visiting this particular site. They know that you like eating at this particular place. You like ordering food from here. So they know the places you like to go. Why will you actually need to give people so much information that they can actually use this information about you? Social media, yes, it is nice, but then you must actually look at the things we put there and the information we share on social media. I believe if you do that, you are at less chance of these people getting more information about you. And I think that is something that we have to look at. Now, these are just a few practices about our passwords. Okay, so we make sure that we pick strong passwords, like I already said. And if you can't memorize these passwords, you can actually use a password manager. We have an example, which is LastPass. I know you guys will be tempted to use Google Password Manager and other things, but these things are not the ones that you should actually look at, because those things are just as easy as it is on your laptop. But then these password managers, or on your phones, these password managers are designed to hold your passwords and keep them securely, right? So those are something that you should also look at. And then you also have a two-factor authentication, where aside your passwords, you can also add an extra layer of defense. It can be your fingerprints, it can be your facial ID, it can be this unique code that gets sent to your SMS or your email address. It can be a lot of things. And these things add a second layer of protection, or a second layer of authentication, so that aside your password, you have something that you have to input to be able to get access to your account. And then we must also look at these things. Safe browsing. Be cautious about clicking links. Be very, very cautious about the links you click. Wherever you see them, be cautious of the links you click, because visiting untrusted websites is very, very risky. So look at that. And also, HTTPS is also something you must look at. Whenever you are visiting a website, make sure that you see HTTPS at the status bar or at the top there, you make sure you see this padlock that shows that this particular website that you are visiting has data protected. You see, so the moment you actually see the moment you actually see the moment you actually see this padlock sign, or you see that this particular website is using HTTPS, the S stands for secure, means that whatever data that you share with this particular website, the data is protected. Nobody can actually sit inside and read that particular data. So you look for the padlock icon, okay? And then the last one here is you make sure that you update your system, update your browser, update your apps. If there's a new update, make sure that you install them. If you hear somewhere that, oh, there's a new iOS, there's a new operating system, or let's say your browser is out of date, your apps needs to be updated, please make sure you update these things, because updates comes with security patches, and security patches are more like problems that the apps have seen. They've seen that there might be problems with this particular app. So now let's fix these problems. And now these problems are weaknesses that can allow somebody to spy in or access your application or your computer. So they'll be like, okay, you've seen this, the hackers have also seen it. Sometimes the hackers haven't, or sometimes they themselves haven't. But then they see it, and as soon as they see this weakness, they tend to update it, or tend to release updates to fix these weaknesses. And you must make sure that you will update your computer to fix these weaknesses. And then privacy. Review your privacy settings on social media. You can also tend to not share everything with the general public. You can only review your privacy settings, and maybe only your friends or a group of people will see these things about you, will see these things on social media. So you can actually review your privacy settings where not everything about you is shared to the general world. Only a handful of people will be or will get to know about you. And also data sharing, like I always say, limit personal information, limit the amount of data you share online. People don't need to know the food you are eating right now, the dog you are walking with, the person you are in a relationship with right now, or those time I'm working to the bank at 4 o'clock. People don't need to know that. And these are the things that the hackers thrive on. And also try using VPNs. VPNs too are very, very nice way where you tend to encrypt the internet, or you try to mask your IP address. So if you use a VPN, a virtual private network, you can even change where you are, you see, so that this person won't get to see where you are tweeting from, or where you are Facebooking from, or something like that. You can tend to share your IP, or put your IP address in maybe Canada somewhere, and then the person will just end up finding difficult to trace you to where you are. And VPNs also make sure that traffic is encrypted, so data that you send over the internet is also encrypted. And I know we have free VPNs too, and then we have paid VPNs. You must look at all what you want, depending on what you seek to achieve. But these things are something that you need to know. Privacy, data sharing, and then VPN. And to do that, you to take action, stay informed, and be safe. Yes, internet safety is not a one-day thing. It's not a one-time fix. You must stay online. You must stay protected. We have a lot of resources out there that will give you all the information that you need. about cyber threats, about what is going on, about the dangers, what these people are using to trick people on the internet. And we have examples like this SANS, NIST cybersecurity framework, and OAPS. All these things are free on the internet. You type OAPS top 10. OAPS top 10 will give you the list of top 10 ways hackers use to hack people, or hackers tend to try and compromise system. You see all these things there. You type in NIST cybersecurity framework, you see all the things that are happening there. And we must stay safe on the internet. This is a must. We must do all the things that we need to do to make sure that we stay safe on the internet and we don't overshare, we don't put things that are not supposed to be there, and also we keep our systems or our accounts, our social media accounts, very, very, very secure. So that is the end of this presentation. Any questions? Any questions, please? Well, if there are no questions, then I believe that we all have understood one thing or two from here, where we've spoken about, with a video, we've spoken about crypto mining and crypto jacking, and also at the other side too, we've looked at keeping or online safety, keeping yourself safe on the internet. And I believe that is that. And I would like to thank you guys for joining in. If you have no questions, and I believe you've understood everything. And then every Wednesday at this particular time, we do this free seminar, and we want you guys to be here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come in, listen to this threat intelligence seminar. Let's actually ask questions. Let's engage in a few things, and let's learn something from here, so that we can actually use to protect ourselves on the internet. And this particular threat intelligence was organized, or is organized, by SOFTAFRIQUE group of companies. We, as a company, have the cybersecurity class course where we teach people cybersecurity. If you want to be a cybersecurity professional, you want to learn more about cybersecurity, please reach out to us and let's figure out how best we can teach you cybersecurity. And it doesn't even matter where you are, where you stay, as long as you have the internet and a device to connect to this particular course, you'll be good. And trust me, you come out of this course as a professional cybersecurity personnel. And then you would be able to protect systems and devices in with companies or businesses or organizations anywhere, right? So that's about SOFTAFRIQUE's group of company, our cybersecurity class course. And also we have flexible structure to meet your needs. You know, however you want it to be done, we have the structure where we accommodate you, and we look at how it will best suit you, whatever job that you are doing, or whatever that you are, or wherever you are, as a student, as a worker, or as anything, we can actually help and make you a cybersecurity professional. So that will be that. And please check our social media platforms wherever that you are. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok.
Experience to prepare you for the job market even before you graduate. Our state-of-the-art virtual labs ensure you gain practical skills. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student, giving you a personalized learning experience. With a 98% success rate, SOFTAFRIQUE stands out. We don't just stop at training. We help you craft the perfect resume, ace your interviews, and support you even after you land the job. Why you'll love signing up with us. 1. Each learner gets a complimentary 1-year antivirus subscription for their computer. 2. Dedicated virtual machines are assigned to each student. 3. Students can access recorded classes to review each session as needed. 4. Test banks are available to prepare students for the exam. Our lectures are scheduled from Thursday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with 2-hour sessions that fit into your schedule. Join the ranks of successful cybersecurity professionals today. Enroll now at SOFTAFRIQUE by emailing us at elearning@softafrique.net or calling 4089615150.